Thank you very much. Good morning. I am very happy and it's an honor for me to be here. Thank you organizers for inviting me here. My talk today will be about ESOIRS OCT-based biometry in preoperative cataract workup and my experience with these machines. It will be a talk mostly on clinical cases and less on theoretical aspects. So let's have this introduction. As we know, there are several applications of OCT-based biometry. It is an essential tool in cataract surgery preoperative assessment, refractive lens exchange, premium IOL selection, and comprehensive ocular measurements and evaluation. And it has some huge advantages in comparison with the other types of biometries. It has high accuracy and repeatability, quick measurements with minimal patient discomfort, reduced sensitivity to media opacities compared to PCI or ultrasound-based biometers, and it has a high-resolution imaging and deep penetration into the ocular tissues, as you see in the clinical examples that I'm going to show you. It measures the axial length, anterior chamber depth, keratometry, lens thickness, central corneal diameter, wide to wide, central corneal thickness, angle kappa coordinates, pupil size, and aqueous depth. The last two are for Argus machine. And the two machines that we use in our clinic, we have several, but ESOIRS OCT based are IL Master 700 and Argus. Both of them are relatively new, especially the Argus is the latest that we bought. And every time when you have a machine, we have several machines for the same purpose, we have this tendency to compare the results. So at least initially, we perform in several cases the biometry with several machines, just to have an idea and to make comparison and to decide at the end on which machine we will stay, let's say, especially in most difficult cases. Regarding the IL Master 700, there are some key features. It measures the total keratometry, combining telecentric keratometry measurement of the anterior corneal surface with the measurement of the posterior corneal surface, thus enhancing the IOL power calculation accuracy. It has automatic fixation, providing an image of the complete eye in a longitudinal section, along with the doctor, the observer, to ensure that the anteroposterior axis falls directly on the fovea, so for more precise and more accuracy. It has integration of corneal topography, central macular imaging. This is very important because you can use it as a screening strategy to detect macular disorders in patients undergoing cataract surgery, and it happened this several times to me. It has an integration with IOL calculation formulas, and it is quite an user-friendly interface. Regarding the new arrival in our clinic, Argus machine, there are also some key features. Dynamic eye tracking, which incorporates dynamic eye tracking technology, adjusting for patient movement during measurements to ensure accuracy and reliability. So it works very well for even less cooperative patients. And what is very interesting, it has this dense cataract mode. In this, we can increase sensitivity up to 100 times for axial length detection, resulting in significantly higher acquisition rates in mature and hypermature cataracts, as you will see in my examples following. What is also very important, it uses the segmented axial length, meaning that it makes the sum of the pieces of the eye, corneal thickness, aqueous depth, lens thickness of the vitreous cavity, and to the retina, thus providing a much higher accuracy, because all these media have several and different refraction index. So let's see what I meant by special cases: mature and hypermature cataracts, cataract associated with very high emetropias, cataracts associated with corneal pathology, irregular corneas or leucomas or other things, and cataract associated with retinal pathology such as macula of retinal detachment. And let's start with a hypermetric cataract. You see in the left side of the slide hand motion white cataract. The top cone could not measure any biometry, any axis in the right eye, but the Argus could measure, and the result was 23.5, for example, because it used the dense cataract mode with enhanced retinal visualization. And we implanted this CT Lucia according to the Argus results, and we had a spherical equivalent of 0.25. so an excellent sensitivity and accuracy as well. It used the dense cataract mode, as I just mentioned earlier. Let's say cataract associated with high myopia. We know in these patients there are some challenges regarding the measurements. The measurement of the anterior posterior axis, because we can have choroidosis and the patient cannot fix the target, or staphylomas with irregular fundus and so on. In these patients we usually target to remain with a mild myopia, -2, -3 diopters. And let's have an example. 44 years old female contact lens wearer who wanted to get rid of glasses and the contact lenses, came for refractive surgeries. These are her diopters, -22, 24 and some cylinder, and the proposed surgery was refractive lens exchange with monofocal IOL, targeting for a -2.5. This is her fundus profile. The Topcon didn't measure at all the axis in the right eye, but the Argus did measure. In the left eye, we obtained measurement with both machines with some changes. As you see in the Topcon, the result was something about -7. In the Argus, the result was recommended something about -3 diopters. And this is, we wanted to confirm with the Ocuscan machine and the Vomax machine and all the machines that we have. As I mentioned in the beginning, we did with several machines the same patient. Just to be sure, and we decided to choose the result given by the Argus, as you see here, and it was perfect for both eyes, -275 spherical equivalent in the right eye and -175 in the left eye, so quite very good results. Let's say how we did the biometry in extreme myopia with radial keratotomies. This lady with -23 came to us for the same refractive purposes, and we did the refractive lens exchange in both eyes. Initially she wanted to get rid completely of glasses to be ametropic. We managed to convince her that it's better to remain a bit myopic, and we targeted for the dominant eye a -1 and from the non-dominant a -2, let's say a sort of compromise. The Zeiss IOL master could not measure nothing in the right eye, and Aladdin did a measurement which led us to let's say the diopter for the IOL implanted, but we did the Argus, which suggested other +2 diopter over MA 60 MA, and we were right. We obtained exactly -175 in the right eye, non-dominant, and -125, 150 in the left eye, so we were happy with the results. We can also have some issues in high hyperopia, like in this case. This is a lady with close narrow angle glaucoma, high hyperopia. We did measurements with 2 machines, and we obtained several similar results, and the results was very good. High accuracy for both of the machines, visual acuity 20/20 uncorrected. Let's see some cases with corneal pathology, such as keratoconus in this patient. Again, Aladdin didn't measure neither the axial length nor the K readings in the right eye, but we obtained a good measurement in the Argus machine, and it suggested also 60 diopters. This is what we did, a spherical equivalent, as you see. The patient sees 20/20 with a spherical equivalent of -1, which is not bad. Again, a lady with keratoconus, but such advanced keratoconus that she already had glaucoma, and she also had a very advanced cataract. Male, is not a lady, it's a male. You see the presentation of the case here in the left-hand side of the slide. And our decision finally was to perform phacoemulsification for this mature cataract, but without IOL, any implantation of the IOL at this point at least, because this patient was supposed to have corneal surgery quite soon. You can see the measurement of the Argus in the lower part of the slide. Again, Aladdin didn't measure anything, but Argus did measure for the right eye both the axis and the K readings, and suggested us, as you see here, highlighted in yellow, 0. So if you leave the patient without any IOL, meaning 0 diopters, he will have -10.5 at the post-operatively. And indeed, look how you can see in highlighted in yellow, the patient saw post-operatively 0.2 with -10. So not only that the sensitivity was very high, but the accuracy was excellent in this case. Of course, later on the patient had penetrating keratoplasty or DALF, I don't remember now, and secondary IOL implantation. And this is another case on corneal transplant. You can see in the right eye he had this corneal transplant, no measurement in the right eye, no axial length because he had some cataract, and no K readings, but Albers did measure both of them, so it has a high sensitivity. The patient didn't had surgery yet. But this is a quite interesting case, a lady with corneal graft penetrating keratoplasty done 15 years ago. In both eyes she had mature and hypermature cataract, more than 20 years ago or even more. And she came for cataract extraction. We perform again several machines for biometry. In the left eye where the cataract was indeed hypermature, Aladi didn't measure at all, but we have a good measurement with ARVAS in both eyes, 24 respectively 28 diopters. And we wanted to check once again with the OPSCAN machine, and we had obtained a similar result. And indeed, we followed the results given by the ARVAS, and we have almost emmetropic in the right eye and minus 1.25 in the left eye. So we are quite happy with results. But in the subjective, you can see the results are quite very, very good, very close to our target. It proved again a high sensitivity and good accuracy. And I have two more examples. Both of them are patients with cataract associated with macula of retinal detachment. One of them is this 55-year-old male with high myopia, minus 14 in both eyes. And now he presented with macula of retinal detachment. We had in plan to perform phaco with the PCIOL targeting minus 2, parspinal vitrectomy and silicone oil tamponade, and this is what we did. First of all, let's see, Topcon didn't give us any result. Albers gave us result for both eyes, and it proved to be quite accurate, at least in terms of similarity with the other eye. We knew from the history that the eyes were equal in terms of refraction, and indeed we obtained in Albers minus 7, so similar results for both eyes. We were more trustful in this. And indeed, we performed all this combined procedure. We removed the silicone, and this is what he left with, minus 2.25, so very good sensitivity and accuracy. And the last case, a younger patient with macula of retinal detachment. Again, this guy had a history of equal refraction at about minus 17. The same surgery decision, combined phaco and parspinal vitrectomy. Look in the left side of the slide, the Aladdin gave us 8 diopters for minus 2, let's say, and 70 for minus 2 in the left eye. The Arbus gave us minus 9 and minus 10, so similar results in both eyes. And of course, we took into consideration the Arbus because it was in consensus with his history of equal refraction. You can see how the Arbus measured in the upper right picture on the slide. The red arrow is not the correct measurement because that is the retina, it is detached. And the yellow arrow is the correct measurement. This is the posterior pole of the eye. So Arbus considers this, and that's why it gives good results in such cases. It is a recent surgery, we don't have refraction available, but again, we trust the Arbus measurement because it is in correlation with his history of equal reflection. In conclusion, ESOIRS OCT based biometry is an important step forward. It brings high sensitivity, accuracy, non-touch technology, fast and rapid measurements. Choosing one or another of the machines on the market depends on the doctor's experience and preferences. And measurements with both machine or even with several biometers, at least at the beginning, is recommending in premium lenses or in these difficult eyes. Thank you for your attention.